Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video we're going to open up the brand new, let's see what they're calling it, collector chest. And the reason I say what they're calling it, because there's like treasure chest, collector chest, chest 10. There's different names for this. Fall chest with a year. I'm not exactly sure when they started this. I want to say one of the first years had to be around 2014. Maybe the Hoenn collector chest was one of the first ones, but maybe somebody could actually put that down there in the description for me, but we're going to open it up so you guys can kind of see what we got going on here. Now, historically, some of these have been okay, some of them have been really good, and then some have been just like, what are they doing? Usually it's based off of not the packs that they put in it, but the promos. The best one that I can remember is when they stuck the Armored Mewtwo, the Charizard, and I want to say like a Pikachu in there. It was something like that, but it was really good. And they were actually very tough to grade, but usually they have a kind of like a cool foil or something on the promos. All right, so it looks like with these, our promos are going to be with the Ralts, Kirlia, and Riolu, kind of sticking with the Mega Evolution theme. Got a new Lucario. Got the jumbo oversized coin. I really do like that Kirlia and how it's the hollow is definitely brought out in it, but unfortunately it looks like it is just not its own promo. It's just a holographic version of that card, so it is a promotional variant, but the artwork and the card itself, there's nothing written on it that's going to be different. A lot of times with these, people try to bend them out, but usually if you just take the card and just nicely glide it out from the side, it's going to be the easiest way to prevent damage. So you want to move the card rather than the plastic. If you start moving the plastic, sometimes it'll like pop or do something like that, and then next thing you know, you have a crease on the card that I don't know how to get out, but I am aware that apparently you can get basically anything out of a card now if you know how to do it. Me, if I start doing something like that, I'm gonna just make it worse. I have trouble not breaking things in real life, rather than even when I'm just trying to mess with things. Like I've ripped off car doors and like handles and pushed in buttons, and it doesn't work for me. All right, so here's the nice Riolu. The first one of these opened up. This is only the second one. Man, it had like this swirl right there coming out of that area, and after that Fanatics post about talking about certain types of swirls in an area that look like somebody's passing gas, it's got me wondering if that thing is going to be worth a little bit more because of where it's at. But the swirl premium, I've never fully understood, but on a card where it's got a background, say like this one right here, you wouldn't be able to make out a swirl that great. But like if you were right there, this had a nice swirl coming out of the hand, or if you had like a Mewtwo, like you can see the swirls behind underneath the head here, but like a Mewtwo where the hand's coming out and there's like a swirl coming out of it, like a Kamehameha wave. To me, that would look kind of cool, but I just don't know how much more I would pay for it. But anyways, there are the three promos. Not the worst I've ever seen come out of these, but these aren't. I don't see anything like particularly nice about this, other than the fact that a lot of people like Ralts and Kirlia. Maybe if there's Gardevoir running in a deck, or the Lucario, which I thought was pretty good from the Mega Figure collection. You guys let me know if it is a playable card. People might want to run this Riolu with the hollow foil on it. All right, let's get to the actual meat of what we have here in the binder, or in the tin. There's a binder usually, so we use these tins right here we repack like food, and actually I do put some trick or trade packs in there, that kind of stuff, and then we give them out for the homeless. I don't feel good about giving money to people, but giving them like snacks, water, food, a word of encouragement. My kids like to do that kind of thing, and then throw a few Pokemon packs in there. Usually that's kind of nice. Hopefully these tins don't end up on the side of the road causing trash, but they are nice containers, and they're waterproof as long as you're not like laying them sideways or something like that, or they're relatively waterproof, so they can use them as well. But I feel a little bit better about that. And sometimes if I have just way too many, you guys have probably seen on IG where they are recycled. They're taken to a scrap metal place, and it is a sight to see, like 1,000 tins, well, not 1,000, hundreds of tins maybe, just being lifted up all at once by that metal claw. It just like sucks them up in the air. It's kind of crazy to see. But anyways, here are some of the stickers. We got the Mega Lucario, got Mega Latias, and then we have Mega Gardevoir and Mega Mawile. There you go, Rattle. You'll be happy to know Mega Mawile got some love. But 4 sticker sheets. Those will be stacked up. Got a nice little binder. This will make great for I try to set aside stuff that really isn't, you can't really make too much money off of it, like Pokeball tins, that kind of thing, or, like these Kangaskhan boxes that are coming out. They're really not that great, but they still kind of look cool, and they have booster packs. Set that kind of stuff aside for like when friends come along, they're like, hey, my kid loves Pokemon, but I don't know where to buy it. That's an easy like way to make like a gift for a kid, and they can put their cards in here. So these things do have value. I know that a lot of us collectors may not necessarily want them, but kids love that kind of stuff. It's they're gonna chew on their cards and stick them in their pants and scrape them on the floor and trade them and sling them, and then they're still gonna think they're the coolest thing in the world because they don't care what they look like. All right, as for the packs that come inside of here, we've got Mega Evolutions, Mega Evolution. I gotta tell myself to not put an S on there because of Prismatic Evolutions and Evolutions itself, XY Evolutions. But we got Journey Together and Destined Rivals, so we got SV9, 10, and EMEO1, and then you have a second set of those. So you get 6 packs total. I want to say that these originally come with 5 packs. Let's just open them up directly in order. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull something nice. So overall, the tins are pretty cool. I do like that they're in a lunchbox tin. I think that's a neat little thing that they've kept going. Rarely are they that great of a deal. They used to come with pencils. When they come with pencils, that would be something that you could take to. Oh, look at that. Iono's Belly Bolt got a gold rare. Just like that, we get us a hit. Bam. But I used to take the pencils and we would donate them to school, to local schools, because kids can use a pencil, right? They can take school supplies, and when you put a Pokemon on it, then that's the one that they want. They get a little excited over that. So I love how Pokemon can connect with kids in so many ways. And even though they don't put the pencils anymore inside of these tins, it was something that I remember that they used to do, that while it probably added too much cost to the tin itself for the collectors, for what the collectors would have actually paid for. Man, another hit. Got a nice illustration rare Spiritomb. Somebody eventually enjoyed those things. I don't think many people were taking those pencils and just throwing them away. If you were at a store and you were breaking down a lot of those chest tins, you were probably setting them out and just letting the kids come and take them. And I guarantee you they got gone. People were coming in there and they were like, ooh, I'd love to have a Pokemon pencil. Got a Veluza EX. Back when I was growing up, mechanical pencils, that was the way to go. Nobody wanted the regular pencil. I've come to appreciate regular pencils. They do last a while, and because I do a lot of work, well, when I'm not in Pokemon and I'm not doing this normal job, I might be working on a building walls or something like that. A pencil works way better for marking on wood. A mechanical pencil, you might as well forget it. And it definitely does not last as long. All right, this is the last pack. Already got 2 hits. Can we make it a third? Ooh, we can. Team Rocket's Moltres EX. Well, I pulled pretty good there. Got one. We already had 3 hits, so we made it a fourth. We went 4 for 6. We got 1 EX, 1 full art, 1 illustration rare, and 1 gold rare. I would call that 10 a success. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I realize you could probably find a video of this somewhere else, where you could find the contents on PokeBeach or anywhere like that. But this is hopefully this will document this product being opened up for you guys to see. This is the release wave. So if there are reprints of this 10, the packs may change up. However, with the release wave, from what I've seen, all of them have these 3 packs: Journey Together, Destined Rivals, and Mega Evolution times 2. So you get 6 packs total, and you can see the other products here. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching and for your continued support.